Hey guys, welcome back. So I'm in my garage, and as you can see, there's two heat alarms, which are supposed to be there, and then there's one smoke alarm. So when I did when I installed new smoke alarms in the house, I only bought two heat alarms. So I ended up just having to slap a smoke alarm up there, which has been fine. But generally, smoke alarms are not the standard in garages, just because, there's a lot of dirt and dust in here, and temperature changes could cause the alarm to, cause false alarms. So in today's video, I'm going to be installing a new heat alarm. This is just like the others. This is model HD135F. This is a pretty simple project in terms of tools needed. You really just need a screwdriver, some basic electrical supplies, and some competence. I'm going to use an impact driver just to make it a little quicker, but you really don't need too much. You just need a ladder, some way to get up there, and a screwdriver. So here we are up in the garage ceiling. We can go ahead and take this off of its bracket. You can see this one is from 2017. I installed it a little later than that, but we can go ahead and remove the clip here. So to remove this clip, you need a screwdriver. Just pop that tab and then wiggle it out. So generally, this is not the easiest process. This is probably the step that most people struggle with the most, but it's really not too difficult once you get the hang of it. At this point, what you can go ahead and do is just loosen these two screws. Most of the time, you don't have to fully remove them. You just remove them so you can slide those keyholes out, which at this point, you can go ahead and put that there. And now this is done. Again, before you touch any wiring, I would recommend that you turn off the power so that way you don't shock yourself. I'm not going to do that just because I don't really see a need to do that, and also it's not really convenient. So just remove that. If you're gonna work on live wires, make sure once you remove anything, you cap off the thing that you just removed. So I'll do the neutral, then I'll cap this off just temporarily, and then I'll remove the hot. This is the probable most dangerous one because this is really where you'll probably get shocked. And now we have our wires and the detector removed. If you haven't already, you have to remove the dust cover from your new device. And before you go ahead and actually screw this into the ceiling, you have to remove this wiring harness, and then we're gonna wire this in. To remove this, you basically just pinch these tabs and then pull. All right, so this is basically just very simple color matching, red to red, black to black, white to white. If you aren't interconnecting your detectors, so you don't want these to, interconnect with each other, you can just leave this little cover on the red wire, but because I am connecting the red wire, I will remove that and then discard of it. But basically just, do what you need to do. At this point, once you've made your connections, you can go ahead and tuck these back into the box. You want them fairly out of the way. I mean, it doesn't matter too much, but just kind of fold them back. Generally, I think it's good practice to keep your wire nuts facing that way, so that way if water or whatever gets in, it doesn't like collect in the wire nut, but it doesn't really matter that much. It's kind of just preference. So at this point, you're ready to screw in your mounting plate. All right, I kind of missed this part, but to remove the knockouts, all you have to do is just figure out which ones you're going to use, and then appropriately, you use a screwdriver and then stick it on there and then just bang them out. You want to be kind of careful because the plastic sometimes can snap, so you just want to use fairly light pressure. What I like to do is just line it up so that way most of the bracket is on something solid, and then tap it out so that way you don't snap the bracket in half. All right, so if you're installing a new unit, you have to make sure you connect the battery. So on this one, there's like a little tab on the back. There's a piece of plastic you just pull out, and then the battery connects. Just test it before you put it on. But once you do that, it's pretty much as simple as just plugging it in and then putting it on the bracket. All right, there you go. So now you have a heat alarm, or I have a heat alarm in the garage. It's now consistent with all the other units, and I think I'm pretty happy with this installation. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Use common sense when working with electricity. Don't be an idiot, and I'll see you in the next one.